Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with another Paladins video. Of course, I hope you're doing well. We're playing some Grohk today, specifically focused around the damage side of Grohk with Maelstrom, which I've barely seen at all in like the past couple weeks. If like I've seen Grohk in any of my matches, it's probably been healer Grohk, and that's like a handful in months maybe. At least from my games, he has a massively fallen off in play rate, which I find to be kind of weird considering Maelstrom is a pretty hard counter to Ying, who I see like all the time these days, and a few other characters too, even though they also counter him a little bit. Healer Grohk isn't terrible. Totemic Ward was a little bit too strong for a while and they pulled it down, which I find to be a little bit strange that, you know, Grohk was a little bit too good by a tiny bit for a tiny amount of time, and yet there are other healers that are really, really strong and at the top of the pack and have been for ages, and yet Grohk is in a bit of a weird spot. He's definitely average, I would say. Damage-wise, though, I'd say he puts up a much better fight and can do way more work. If you've already got a healer and you're going to go for damage, you'd probably say anyway, but damage Grohk used to be kind of a thing that I would see regularly, and it has definitely not been that for the longest time now, even though I think it's still really good. It also got moved around a bit, but yeah, damage Grohk, I would say, is probably a little bit better than healer Grohk. Comparatively, Grohk overall I think could do with a little bit of love, even though again he's not terrible. He's not that far off of actually being kind of crazy, which he was for a tiny amount of time, but I don't think just because of the way his kit works he's ever going to be massively popular, but he was at least solid popularity wise and was performing quite well for a decent amount of time and has fallen off massively again from my experience recently. Kind of the point of the video, try and show off some Maelstrom Damage Grohk. It's been ages. Alright, so for game 1, Payload Frostbite. Of course, the one time I do damage Grohk, there's no deployables on their side, but it looks a little bit uneven anyway. Moji, Dredge, Maeve, Sky, and Azan for theirs, versus level 0 and 1, I think it was on our Moji, Tyra, and Corvus. So, sort of perfect scenario for damage Grohk. We definitely wouldn't be going for the healer setup here with a team like that, and yeah, versus their side, we should do fine. They can't really block it with like shields and stuff, which is a bit of a counter. We should have fun, even if we get bodied here, though. We'll see. Double Chronos, and in we go. It's going to drop the totem straight away and jump on the point because they're not really here. Bounce didn't do anything. We'll just melt through the Azan. Sure. Obviously, it doesn't bounce between the Azan walls, so that'd be kind of nice if it did. There's more right clicks. Just, yeah, try and melt through the Moji. No, we're not going to be able to out DPS that. Okay, shots on the Azan. I drop a little totem down. Maeve's here. Drop another totem down. Hello, Dredge. He is spamming. I was going to right click an F, but I didn't have time because the Moji was also there. Yeah, we tanked 6k. Don't know why no one's really paying attention to that Dredge, but he is gone. We'll go into the F here. A little bit of heals would be kind of perfect, but right click will also do because we've got self-heal on that. We're full health. We go for the auto here. Yeah, sure. We really just don't want to get stuck because if we get stuck, we're not going to have time to make it work, and then like cauterize and stuff's going to stack. There's a right click. Moji missed that even though I was point blank range. Right click spam. Yeah, kind of a perfect scenario to show it off. 2 people versus 1 and you're just kind of blasting away. Moji is out. Nice. Hello, Dredge. He's the only person giving us trouble so far. I feel like I've actually done a pretty good job of showing this off so far, even though it's been a bit of a strange game. Right click isn't really actually giving me that many bounces. The totems and sort of focusing on damage has worked, but the talent really hasn't triggered as much as you would expect it to, just because of how people have been playing. Our team has been giga grouped, but they've been all super separate most of the time. We are winning this just because the team is spamming heals, grouped together, and also damaging, because we've got Stunning Visage Corvus. I think the defense here is going to be really difficult, but the push was pretty much effortless there. Stunning Visage, yeah, Mercy Kill Tyra is going to be able to tank a ton of damage reduction. Spit Shine Moji, she's super focused on it. Auto buy, I think. That's weird. Soul Collector, we'll go for double Chronos here. Again, in we go. We might be able to win it. It's a bit of a weird game to start off the video, but yeah, Spit Shine on their Moji, Abyss Spike on Dredge, who's definitely doing the most. Persistence on the Azan, who hasn't been too much of a problem. Street Justice on Maeve here isn't really doing that much. And Debilitate also isn't that crazy. I feel like somehow, even though it didn't look like it from loading in, we've got an advantage. I really don't know, but pretty early right click that dealt massive damage. We'll just keep spamming it here on the Azan if we can. We're going to F here to regen up. Really do not like having the Ghost Walk down, but I think it's alright if we can spam the right click. And again, Cauterize is not stacked yet, so we're getting all the value off the right click. The bounce somehow is still working even at ranges like that. Just kind of weird. I feel like it shouldn't be triggering from here, but it is. I'm trying to hold the objective, but the team got all like super pushed back. Hello, Ceres as a Q. Right click there, slipped it through, and the Azan kind of blocked him off. Damage here in this one has been massive, but yeah, we are eventually gone. I've been spamming it the entire time, but we just weren't really able to damage them at all. We were able to survive for quite a while, but eventually they broke through. We'll get morale boost, sure, and run in. I feel like the only scenario where we win this is if we actually just get one team fight, which will hopefully be enough because I've only got a minute 30. We're only going to win it because we made the push so fast. The Corvus is gone. Hello, Maeve. I'm going to go for the ultimate hit early because we've got morale boost. Hopefully we can gen it. I want to make sure she was gone. Kind of a good spot to be because the Dredge can't hit us too easily. He definitely can still obviously blast us, but this is a good spot for me on Grohk here to just try and melt away the Azan. Play like a damage for a little bit. We are not clearing them though. Dredge is jumping up. There's an F. That should buy some time for a heal. Nice. And now we can duel him. Can we melt him in time? I feel like I really shouldn't be able to out DPS a Dredge like that, but it worked. A right click bounce. I'm trying to contest the objective here as much as possible. Throw down the totems. This is like absolutely unbelievable levels of scuff, and somehow it's all sort of alright. I'm holding the objective. I'm doing the thing. There's a right click on the Moji. We need that to get the self-heal and stuff. She is gone. That's actually kind of huge. I think that might be enough. Yeah, it's going to be enough. There we go. 23 seconds. It was really, really close. I think me getting up here actually kind of saved it in the ultimate as well. Very, very close, even though 50% to 100. The timer was like 2 minutes or something ridiculous. Only because we were able to sit on the top, kind of holding the point and spamming the entire kit. Grohk's kit there was absolutely massive. The totems were huge. The damage was huge. Yeah, I just did exactly what you'd expect from Hybrid Grohk. 8-3, 66k. Corvus and Zeus both did, you know, damage and healing a little bit just like we did, and the emoji was focused on it. Tyro did the damage. Really surprised we walked away with the win. I should drop the commendations because I do not do this enough. After playing that one there though, I've decided to tweak the build a tiny bit. I've left the healing the same. I've removed a bit of the speed and a bit of the ammo so I don't feel like you need it as much as you need the extra range on the right click, which I felt sometimes in some of those fights was a little bit too short, and that wasn't even that big of a map. So I think arc lining at max, like I used to have it, is probably better. But if you wanted to be super optimal about it, obviously you'd have a variant with less or more depending on the map and the teams and stuff. Alright, game 2, TDM Snowfall, another decent scenario for it, but probably much more difficult. Atlas, Sky, Shaolin, and Ying versus another Grohk, who is kind of a rare sight at this point. Kinessa, Cassie, Strix, Maeve, and yeah, a lot of burst on their side. Maelstrom, right click there early, bunch of free damage. That takes so many goddamn times. First blood, assist. I suppose you get a ton more than usual if you're playing like damage Grohk compared to a lot of the other stuff. Right click there, went for it. The heal on that totem when you're not going for the set really isn't that crazy, even if you try and do like the Ghost Walk combo. Right click on the Kinessa, it's not going to bounce. Never mind, got kind of lucky there. One more on it, is that going to be enough? Played against Grohk so little as Grohk that I didn't even realize you could bounce off his totems. I knew you could do Barrack Turret and I knew you can do Ying decoy, but yeah, Grohk totem really wasn't on the list of things that I remember that you can bounce off of. Pop the ultimate here, Strix ulted to counter, maybe we can get rid of the Kinessa for free. Sure, I tried to do that just to make space for the team. I didn't know if that was really even the right thing to do. They didn't really push in with me that much. Probably should be firing into the terms just to get the free bounce if I can. The right click also going into the F is definitely a combo that's probably better than the F with the term because the 150 tick is kind of crazy. The team is wiping. It's just a very strange game. They all just spawned here. It's a right click. Another one. Yep, didn't finish either of them because it was on like 1 HP. See if we can melt through her. There we go. 98 a tick. It's not going to be enough. There's the F. Try and do summon here. Right click, is that going to be it? No, she's still up. Another one. Drop another Q. Try and get rid of this Maeve. What am I doing? I did that literally just for the 150 heal because I thought it might do summon. Somehow still alive. That Maeve is playing really weird. That's a Strix blind just for like a second. Hello, Grohk. He got rewound by the Atlas. Drop the Q. Drop another one. They're both still up. You're still healing for a little bit at least. That 32 tick goes kind of crazy with two of them. Missed it. Hit the Strix, but the Cassie's just being kind of zoned in here. There we go. He's still up somehow. Yeah, the totem takes so goddamn fast. We'll go for more Chronos. Do I go for the ultimate here, see if we can push in? Yeah, that right click land, I guess, guarantees it. Never mind. Strix and Kinessa. It's just the Kinessa she double tapped me. It's going to be enough to shut me down. That was kind of horrendous. Cassie just like melted the team. Right click over there. I'm dead. Never mind. A lucky right click. We are somehow even in this one, even though I think we're getting kind of battered. There's also a little bit of a linger time on that right click. If somebody hits them and they're like behind cover, I can't really explain it. It's basically like they hold the charge for like half a second. It like lingers before it does like the bounce in case you actually don't have anybody to bounce it to. If that makes any sense, it's horrendous. But we're somehow still alive. Right click there. Self heal. We got two of them off. Do feel like I kind of made it work. Not the best showcase ever for damage Grohk, but it definitely wasn't a bad choice here. I think it was better than if I went for like the full healer thing, to be honest. In most TDMs, I think, unless you're a solo healer, damage Grohk is probably the better choice. That missed. Very unlucky versus the double sniper, to be honest. Throw the totems down there for the Shaolin. We actually have a decent amount of healing, even though we're not focused on it at all. We literally have a full damage set, but go for the ult and push in a bit. I don't want to go too crazy because I'm probably going to get double tapped by the snipers there. Grohk is also ulting anyway. Okay, there we go. There's the defeat. I think it was kind of close. We were like 30 something to 40. Wasn't that far off. Pretty much the same as what I did in game 1. You really don't have to think very much doing damage Grohk stuff other than the timing a little bit with the F. 5-9, 48k, 30k. I think we did our job there for sure as a sort of hybrid, just like I did in game 1. A little bit worse, but it's mainly because of the matchup and the maps and stuff. But yeah, the build felt better with the extra range, I will say that much. Would definitely recommend this version of it most of the time over the other one, but the team did fine other than the Atlas, right, a little bit low damage there. Yeah, Ying did the same sort of thing. Actually had highest damage in that game other than the snipers and also the Cassie apparently, who went kind of mental. Nothing for me to really add at the end of this one, even though I really do like damage Grohk and healer Grohk. They are kind of hard to recommend in general over the other healer options. He's surprisingly high of a level as well here, but I would say he's missing something to be on the same level as a lot of the other healers here that are just kind of crazy. That might just be me. Maybe I don't like Grohk as much as I used to. We'll have to hear your thoughts on that, especially if you play him a ton. Talents, and I think the base get need to be sort of moved around a little bit. These aren't weak talents, it's just, yeah, for it to all work together, some stuff needs to be worked around, I think, a little bit for Grohk to be on the same level as some of the other ones, or maybe they just want to leave him as like a B tier, I don't know. Thank you so much for watching though. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Let me know also what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all very, very soon, and as always, stay frosty.